morning. Coffee or tea, whichever you prefer. It's not magic. There you go. Okay, my first sip this morning. It's early. It's really early. It's 5 in the morning. Here we go. Cheers. I'm like a little kid. That first sip in the morning. Yay! Yay! Yeah. I know. Sometimes I do feel like a little kid. Well, I don't feel like an old person. That's for darn sure. I don't know how old I am sometimes. Well, long sleeves. It's cooler out this morning. It rained. Yay. And it's a good thing that I parked before it actually rained. I need to get new wiper blades, which I'm going to go get today. I know Google kind of screwed me over. I don't know. I was at Walmart, so I typed in auto store near me. And of course, O'Reilly came up, and it was really, it said it was really close. So I started to drive, and then I just barely got out of the parking lot, and it said, "You're here." I'm like, really? So I thought, okay, it's not meant to be. I'm really a Napa person anyway, so I thought, why am I going to O'Reilly? Although they're not bad. But, so today's the day I got to go get some wiper blades and put new wiper blades on. They have kind of deteriorated the sun damage to the blades. And I went to this one thing, I went to do it, and I pulled it, and it pulled the edge of it right off. It just came right off. It rotted. One thing I want to talk about today, I found this online, and it really reminded me, because I'm an early riser. Why would you want to wake up earlier in the day? If you don't wake up early, if you're not a morning person and you don't wake up early, there are advantages to it. So here's my question for the morning is, why would you want to wake up early or earlier in the morning? Now, I wake up at 4 every morning. Sometimes I don't just hop out of bed or hop up and roll up my bedding, which is right here and right here. Oh, I don't have my pillowcases on. It's laundry day. Yeah. Took all my pillowcases off. I'm going to wash my sheets. Took off the major pillowcases off here. Yeah, going to have clean clothes. I love clean clothes. Okay, I digress again. Cheers. Let me get some more coffee. Literally, this is my first sip. Let me get it in my body. Yeah. And I did kind of put on a little bit of makeup today. I knew I was going to be filming today. Little glamorous. So why would you want to wake up at 4? Because 4, doing some research yesterday, 4 seems to be that sweet spot. Not too early, not too late in the morning, and you can still accomplish so much in the morning. Well, why would you want to? There's a couple of types of people who this would really benefit. And one is if you know deep down that you are not getting enough exercise, that you should. Waking up early is a good guarantee that you're going to get your exercise. Now, I'm not saying hop out of bed and get out of your rig or get out of your house, because a lot of you are in a house. Let's just clarify that. I'm just not talking to nomads. I'm not saying jump, run through the garage and hop in your car and go, go exercise. Well, that wouldn't be too bad. But if you get up earlier, then you are guaranteed that you're going to fit in your exercise in the morning. Because if you get up later, you still have to set. I was up at 4, but look what time it is. It's 5. So it takes about an hour for me to kind of get dressed, I always do my face first, and my skin. I do my face. I do my skin first. I've been using my sunblock, not sunscreen, but sunblock, mineral physical sunblock. And I've been using it every day. And so I got that done, drank my water, cleaned up. Well, today, because of filming, I actually combed my hair in here. Yeah, there's probably hairs all over. But I'm going to do laundry. So, yeah, I mean, it does take a little bit of time to kind of organize myself. And you would take time, too, to do that. So waking up at 4 gives you more time to do the things you want to do to organize your day. Well, I'm retired, you say, or I don't even work anymore. Why would I want to do that? Well, I don't think we're done, folks. I don't feel old. I don't think we're done yet. If you're of my age, I mean, we were a pretty spunky generation, weren't we? Yeah, we were. Well, I just don't think we're done. I think there's a whole lot more to do. If you're happy with the situation or you're unhappy with the situation in our great country, there still might be more things to do, to get involved and make a difference. So, and some of you may have given up on that, and I'm not, be political and everything, but there are so many ways to be involved and make a difference and all that jazz. Maybe you just want to make a difference for yourself and your children and your grandchildren. And some of you, your great-grandchildren. Oh, yeah. I could be a great-grandmother soon. I mean, my 2 oldest grandchildren are in their 20s. I could be a great-grandma soon. Ooh, just because I said that, I wonder if I'm going to. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, my grandson. Let's see. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Why not? I just don't think we're done. And I don't think that we're done in the success department either. Some of you have worked all your lives and you were very successful. There are a lot of people who became successful in their 60s. A lot of people don't actually fulfill their biggest successes until 66, 68, 70, 72. So I just don't think we're done. And I don't want any of you from my generation, or even if you're watching this and you're younger, pay attention, because you can do this too. Do not get old. I don't think we were meant to get old so quick. I think it's been ingrained in our mind. Oh yeah, I'm 70. 70? That's like young. Yeah. I mean, if we can live to 120, 70 is basically, that's middle age, right? So let's get going, folks. So back to getting up early. If you don't, some of you already do it. But if you don't, and you're of that one category where you know that you know in your heart that you should be getting more exercise throughout the day, well, it takes 14 days to create a habit if you do it every single day. The Circadian Rhythm. Look it up. A lot of things determine your circadian rhythm in your body. There's light, environment, temperature, all kinds of things determined our rhythm of our body. And we can control our environment, which I always advocate that also. Don't let your environment control you. You control your environment. We have that power. We are made of energy. We can create our environments. Yeah. And I think that's what he wants us to do. Be a little bit more powerful and not just sit back and, okay, well, God's going to do it. Whatever he wants me to do, he's going to do it. I think we need a little bit more action, folks. Yeah. Cheers to action. Cheers to getting up early, everybody. So you can get a lot more done. So when I get up at 4, I can get things done. By 5, I'm drinking my coffee. And then what I'm doing is I'm planning out my day. I try to do some of it the night before, but I plan out my day, and that way I'm ready to go. By 6:30, sometimes 6, I'm out walking. I like to get my walking done early. The later it gets, and sometimes I've done this, I say, well, I'm going to do it at this point. No, it doesn't get done. I like to get things done early. Once it's out of your way, then you can move on, and wow, talk about energy to your brain. Talk about feeling good. Then you can, if you feel good, you can spread the love. I think that's bottom line. Now here's another group of people. If you can answer this question in the direction of getting up early, then this is for you. If you are more of a consumer than you are a creator, then getting up earlier is for you. Consume less, create more. I'm going to say it again. We're not done. We need to be creating things. We're not done at all. I don't know what your particular interest is in creation, but there's all kinds of avenues of creating things. Maybe you like to fix things. Maybe you like to help other people. It doesn't always have to be, I'm going to write a book or whatever, but maybe you do want to write a book. Frank McCorkin, he wrote Angela's Ashes. He wrote that. He was 66 years old. Wow. That was his first book. 66. Yeah. There are so many successful people at a later age. It's not uncommon. We're settled in with life. We're more mature. We finally get it. Things finally click. So why waste this time? A lot of you are nomads, and you're out and you say, I'm living the life. You're living the dream, and you're having a good time. And if you don't feel that this is for you, that's fine. Some of you like to sleep in, but I know a lot of you do get up early. When you're a nomad, you're kind of living with the sun, with the natural movement. Well, it's summertime, and it is getting later and later, and it's still light out. So that sometimes can be a little bit of a problem getting to bed, because with getting up early, you have to get to bed earlier too. So here's the sweet spot. Getting up at 4 is the sweet spot. You can tweak it, but 4 in the morning, and then getting to sleep between 8 and 9. There's your sweet spot there. They found study-wise, you're more creative in the morning. The later that a person stays up at night, the more the bad habits start cropping up. Whether it's drinking, overeating, just being on social media, binge watching things, and you're losing your sleep. So there's a health issue too, to all that. In order to do this, when it comes to the being creative, less consuming and more creative, by getting up early, you can change your schedule around to where you have a couple hours in the morning to create whatever it is you want to create. And then you need to set yourself 2 hours in the evening, early evening, to create. That way you've got 4 hours of creation going on. So there's something you can keep in mind. For you younger folks, let's get going. If you're older and you're resisting and saying, well, I'm just, living my life and retired on my life. Again, well, it's your choice. But I say, I don't think, I know I'm not done. I'm not done by a long shot. Yes. I think it's fun. I'm having a good time. If this is something that you're asking yourself and you're going, this is a good question. Thank you, Minivan Lee, for bringing it up. for putting it on my mind, because I got a good response from the Nomad Vision Board, and I've been doing this every day. I don't always do it in the evening, which I really need to get in the habit. I haven't done it for 14 days, so it hasn't become a long-term habit. But in the morning I've been going over my cards. Whew, I feel good. Whew. There's my Flintstone fan. Oh, yeah. Now I'm getting silly. It's early in the morning. But you might ask, where's she going with all of this? Well, I'm advocating that we all keep going and keep our minds going. A lot of us are tourists. A lot of us are just traveling around and seeing things, and that is so cool. Me, I'm just a little bit different type of a nomad, where I like to be places, but in my home here, I'm creating things, and I'm having a good time doing it. So this is sort of my office. Yeah, my office, my creation. Oh, yeah, I could call it my creation tank. Woo! Yeah, it's sort of like a tank in a way. Okay, so why ask these questions? Well, here's another question that I want you to ask yourself, if this interests you, is why would I do this? Again, well, ask yourself now while you're awake. Ask yourself and write it down. Because come 4 in the morning, you're going to lay there and going, why am I getting up at 4 in the morning? And then you just go back to sleep. Well, get the answers now, so that when you ask yourself that in the morning, you'll go, well, because of this. So you need to go down a list. Why would I get up at 4 in the morning? Or why would I get up earlier than I do now? And go through the process. Because it'll make me feel better. Or so that I can exercise. Well, then you want to ask yourself, well, why do you want to exercise? So I can feel better. Only you can answer those questions, but so let me do it. Why do I get up at 4 in the morning? Mine would be so I can feel better. Well, why do you want to feel better? So I can get things done and be in a good mood. Well, why do you want to be in a good mood? So you can go down the list. Well, so that I can have more fun. Well, why do you want to have more fun? Well, so I can smile at people when I'm out there or whatever. Yeah. Well, why do you want to smile at people? So they'll smile back at me. So they won't, in Reno, I might get that even when I smile at people. I think Reno's just a little bit, people here are stressed out or something. Because they can be kind of nasty, nastier than what I remember last year, and nastier than other places I've been to. But so why would you want to make other people smile? Well, so that the world can be a better place. And it usually, if I ask these questions, it usually ends up to where it's good for the world. It's good for humanity. And yeah, I'm so altruistic, aren't I? Well, if I ask myself, why do I want to create more? I'm going to actually say so that, I can make more money, support myself, and have nicer things. I'm not always altruistic. But it is in that I can also help other people, if I need to give more or, yeah. Well, you get the idea. It is kind of early for me to be talking. I haven't done a coffee chat this early for a long time. So here's another thing. Point my finger at you too. Wag my finger. I'm wild and crazy today, aren't I? Okay. Here's another thing. In the morning, for those of you who are into meditation, I've got a friend who's also getting into it. You know who you are. Your subconscious mind is still out, and it's still like wandering around like a child, just sort of wandering in. Ooh, this is cool. I'm out here in the conscious world. This is neat. This is pretty cool. Well, it's called the Theta brainwaves. The delta is when you're sleeping. Then you come out of your sleep you're still sort of in the theta waves. That's when meditation really helps, because what you want to be doing is talking to your subconscious mind consciously, saying, hey, you want to kind of change your subconscious mind a little bit. That's how you can create your future and blah, blah, blah. I won't go into the meditation, but that is one of the benefits of getting up early in the morning. Your subconscious mind is there. It's poking his head out, and you can kind of like, you're still in that state where maybe you can remember a dream. Those are fun, aren't they? The other day I remembered a dream. No, I can't remember, but it was like, what? I mean, I remembered every detail. I was like, what in the world? Scratch your head, why was I, who were they? Was that me? Was that representative of me? But yeah, in the early morning, you can create more because your subconscious mind is out. You can meditate. You can just think about things. Now, in the morning, what I like to do, and I don't always do, is get up, take a drink, maybe a little lip gloss. Somebody asked me what this is. This is, what's in here? I kept this. It was a little Clinique sample. Washed it out when it was done. Clinique makeup. Good stuff, by the way. And I spoosh in A&D ointment. Baby A&D ointment. And then I keep it handy here. And sometimes I do this, and then I pee, lay back down. Yeah, turn off my nature app, and I lay back down, and I meditate. And I just think, like, what is meditation? It's getting to know yourself. And I just lay there, and I go through things that I have ordered, like you order from Amazon, put in the orders that I ordered from the quantum world, from God. Yeah. It's like, okay, well, these are the things I want, and let the magic begin, let the party begin. Well, and I lay there, and I think about my health too. I go through a little meditation of my health, that I'm, this energy light is coming through, and it's moving through, and it's healing everything. I think that's important to do. You want to keep everything moving along. And so you can visualize. And I know some of you going, remember that? She's crazy. Woo. I used to do that as a kid. Ooh, you're nuts. Wacko, loco. Yeah. Well, it's not. It's, here's another thing too, folks. This is like your heart. When you have a lot of love in your heart, and I just, listen, this is from Joe Dispenza. When you fill your body with love, you just fill it with love. You think about it, and you fill it with love of that person. Maybe it's even somebody you don't like, but you can fill your heart with the love of that person. Just do it. What happens is your heart expands, the blood expands, the blood starts flowing. Love can fill your heart. That's why we think love, heart, we draw the heart. Heart. Yeah. But guess what? Guess what's sitting on the top of one of the sides of your heart? Your thymus. Look it up. What is a thymus? Thymus. Well, your thymus produces chemicals and pushes out T cells throughout your body. Now, what does a T cell do? Well, it helps build mitochondria. Yeah. It's the thymus. Let me just explain what happens with the thymus. Is around your 25 and 30, it stops producing as many T cells. Well, what does that tell you? By the time you're a senior, research shows that the thymus has completely dried up. Well, let's get that pumping again, folks. It can happen, and the research shows it can. Let's get the blood flowing through the thymus again. And it sits on top of your heart. So Well, let's just start loving other people more. Even if we don't like them or they've irritated us, we've kind of cut them off in life, let's start loving them. Let's push out love to them. And yes, it can travel all the way across the world. Yeah. I really am from the 60s, aren't I? Yeah. So ask yourself these questions. Is this something that I would benefit from? And if you're going to benefit from it, oh my gosh, do it. We're not done yet, folks. If we're older, we're not done by a long shot. Let's keep going. You know, we might have to be the ones again to make a change like we did in the 60s. We were an awesome generation. I don't care what anybody says. We were awesome. We're not sheep. We were born at a really a magical time, weren't we? Yeah, I mean, and now a lot of the generations now, they kind of are imitating things that we did. Now, if you absolutely are not a morning person and you really do dislike mornings, here's another question you need to ask yourself. Lots of questions. Ask yourself the questions. Let's get to know what's going on in here. Is why do you hate mornings? Why? What happened that would make you hate mornings? I mean, you know, the mornings, wow. I mean, they're magical. Mornings are great. Just prepare yourself early and you're going to end up loving mornings. I know you are, but it has to become a habit. Anything that you do or don't do, you have to do it for 14 days. If you want to quit smoking, you pretty much have to do it for 14 days, up to 14 to 30 days. If you argue for your limitations, you will get to keep them. Think about that. Yeah. Don't ever talk about your limitations. Don't ever broadcast them to everybody, and whatever they are, whatever they might be, well, what would they be? For some of you, it's an illness. If you argue for them, you'll get to keep them. Don't argue for your limitations. Argue for your qualities, your good qualities. Argue for them. Argue for your future. Yes. But I always say that, never put yourself down ever. And don't fall in love with your diseases. Oh yeah, well, I have this and this is, and then you talk about it all the time with your friends and your family. I will say that my mom used to do that when I would call her. She went on and on about I was like, okay. It was just, I don't ever want to do that with my children. No. And she taught me how to do it, to talk on the phone with them. I want to hear what they had to say. They have a lot to say. When we were growing up and I was raising my children, I had a lot to say. Oh, we do, don't we? Don't do this and don't do that. Well, when I was saying, you need to, yeah. I think now it's their turn. I want to hear what they have to say. I want to hear how they're doing and what they're thinking. And, I want to, zip it just a little bit. I want to hear what they have to say. Because they have a lot to say. There's some people that go on and on and on. So that it's like they're arguing for their limitations. Stop talking about your diseases. Stop talking about them. And start moving it in the other direction. Start saying, I dare you to do this. I challenge you to do this. To say, every morning and every night and in between, I am 100% healthy. Every organ in my body is working 100% properly. Fill your heart with love. Expand the circulation in your heart. Get that thymus moving again. Oh, yeah. We still got a lot more to do. That's my message today. We all have a lot more to do. Let's not give up. Let's get up. Let's get going. Let's make some goals. Okay, well, when I'm done, I'm going to be doing this. It was fun having coffee with you, y'all. It's almost done. How was yours? Your tea or your coffee? Was it good? You know, I love you guys. I really do. I have so much fun with you guys. And some of you people say, well, it's like you're talking to me. Well, I am talking to you. And we're going to do a meetup this winter in Quartzsite if y'all want to. And we can meet face to face, do a campfire. Yeah. Don't forget the book, How to Live in a Minivan. Yes. The Minivan Leeway. Still working on merchandise. Now, there is merchandise down below. And what I did, I know this is getting long. What I did was I got them ordered. I ordered a few things. I want to see what it is. I want to see. I love you guys that much. I'll be the guinea pig. I'm not going to ask you to order things that can be expensive. If it's crap. So I've ordered 2 shirts, 2 different kinds. I'm going to see if the sizing is correct. And I've got a cup coming. And I wanted to go through the whole process of ordering it, see if it went through. And I want to see if my commission came through, and it did. The shipping's a little bit longer than I thought. It's not Amazon, that's for sure. But you know, it's on its way, and there's a tracking number. I get to track it. I send it to a UPS store, and we'll see how it all goes. And then what I want to do is I want to return something. One of them I'm going to return and see how that goes. I'm testing it out. I've also got stickers coming, and yeah, I know some of you like stickers. And it's a way that you can support me too. And I've got some magnets coming. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to handle them myself right here in my office. This is my think tank. Yeah. I'm going to send them to you, put a little note in there for you. And there'll be free shipping. Yeah. Sometimes these print on demand, they charge so much for shipping. There'll be no charge for shipping. So I'll let you know when that's done. There's just so many things going on. What else is going on? The book, the Facebook group is going well. Join it. It's called Minivan Lisa's Nomad Life. Yeah. So, okay. It's enough. I love you guys. Please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching it. I know that a lot of you really like the coffee chat. So here you go. Here's your coffee chat. Woo! Party. 60s. Good times. Let's bring them back, folks. Well, I don't know bring them back, because I don't know if you can bring anything back. But let's remember who we are. And for you who are younger, and then you who are older, because I know you're there, let's go. Let's be part of the cool kids group. We're the cool kids. Bye. Ouch. What do you want? You want food? You want to come home with me? You want to come? You want to come home? Oh, stop. He's my amusement. This is my morning amusement. Go home. Go back to your friends. Go to your friends. Bye. Bye. Maybe they'll let me be part of their gang. Maybe there's an initiation. I have to waddle and chew on people's food, on their shoes. Yeah. Bye. Parting is such sweet sorrow.